I don't know why. I don't know why this thing took so long to start streaming. Um. Anyway, I've been sitting here for like 4 minutes now, waiting for it to go live. Today, I want to talk about. Yeah, I got a hat on. I got a scar on my head. Yeah, I don't need to see that. It'll be better by Monday. But I know a lot of people. When you come in crypto for one, y'all want to see people talk about, you know, every token and stuff like that. But I do talk about a lot of mindset stuff, and so I'm going to talk about some things today. And to be honest, the market is boring right now, like far as price. And I said even yesterday, I was like, it's not a lot to talk about, blah, blah, blah. Didn't know if I was on stream. And I thought today was going to be the same. But it's a lot of stuff going on underneath. Um, some stuff underneath, some stuff in person. I wonder how much of this I'm going to talk about today. But yeah, I see what the Bitcoin price is. I don't even want to address that. And I do have a meeting later, so I don't want to spend too much time. Talk about some important stuff though. I tried to take some notes on here. Anyway, but hopefully you're having a good morning and all the good stuff. Yeah, see the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin, the Germans been selling all the Bitcoin or whatever. I think they're down to like 4,500 Bitcoin or something like that, roughly 400 million dollars, something like that. So they don't have a lot of selling to do. Um, I'm gonna be off cuff today. But so I talked about in the months past that we can get a small run in the beginning of July. I said we kind of sort of had it, but not really, because a lot of people wasn't expecting this German dump or whatever, and whatever else they're doing. And I told y'all, I said the next 7 to 8 weeks they're gonna have a lot of stuff that they can use to pump or dump the market, and they chose dumping. But I mean, I was expecting one. That's why I did say, if you go back and look, I did say little run at the beginning of July, but I still think we're gonna get that one at the end of July. But I'm gonna talk about. Do I even have that in my notes? Let me make sure I put this in my notes because I don't know how my slides are going to work. Nah, you know what? Let me just say it up front. I was going to come back to this one later. I'm going to just talk about stuff as fast as it comes to my mind or whatever and try to still look at my notes. So anyway, like I said, let me go back. So I said months ago, I mean, we called the whole June thing. I said June was going to be sideways. I said we can get a small run at the beginning of July. And I also told you right at the end of May that we got a lot of events coming in the next 7 to 8 weeks that could pump or dump the market. We can get a small run at the beginning of July is what I said, but I feel like we'll get a run at the end of July. So anyway, I still feel like it's, that kind of thing. But once again, a lot of different events they can use to pump and dump the market. We got the Germans dumping Bitcoin. Apparently, Genesis been dumping ETH. So all that stuff is going on in the background. Nobody's going to really report on it and tell you about it. I was about to say except here, but I'm not. I'm not even trying to be on that whole like, oh, my channel has all the information, whatever. But it's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, right? And so I feel like we still can get that run at the end of July with some of the stuff I see going on. But once again, we got all these other events going on. One thing I didn't like, and I'm gonna say this. So what I was seeing was maybe a run at the end of July going into August and eventually chilling out. I don't know if you want to call it a dump. I'm gonna say prices starting to chill out going into September. There's reasons I could be wrong there too, because a lot of people saying they think that the inch is so much in my head right now, y'all. Just hang on. So they think the first interest rate could start in September. I still said I think it's going to be like a surprise um, at the end of this month. That's one thing I didn't notice, that the meetings this month were at the end of the month, not the middle of the month. But anyway, I'm trying to keep all this together. Oh yeah, people are saying they think the first rate cuts could be in September, which could cause a run. Um, see, I got this in my head. I'm trying to explain it on stream though. Okay, let me talk about the negative. The negative that I thought I saw was JP Morgan saying that August is going to be a bullish month. They're never going to tell you. They always going to lead people straight. And so that threw me off. That's one thing I wasn't expecting to hear in my calculations or whatever. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that JP Morgan was saying that August was going to be bullish, which makes me to believe it's going to be the direct opposite. And like I said, maybe that still goes with my run at the end of July into August, and maybe mid-August they start dumping. But I did not like them saying that. It makes me think the opposite. Sorry, this is a lot of information, and no, it's not. I know it's not straightforward information like blah 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 tokens are going to do 1,000x. But I try to think more of this mindset stuff or whatever, so people kind of be ready for what's going on in the market. Like I know we all got thrown off by the dump, but I think at least people in my group, y'all were kind of calm. I feel like y'all were kind of calm during June because I already said, hey, it's gonna be a sideways month. So you kind of got some validation to feel like, all right, it's gonna be sideways. So when you see stuff dumping, everybody else is panicking, you chilling. Um, it's more complicated to talk about than I thought. But anyway, so yeah, JP Morgan said August is gonna be bullish. I don't like that. Um German's almost done selling. And nobody really cares at this point because they don't have a lot of Bitcoin left. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you information. I'm gonna bounce back and forth between negative and positive, just however it comes. And then I do want to cover some very important stuff that I don't think nobody's talking about. Um, I already talked about the JP Morgan thing. Mr. 100 is still buying Bitcoin while everybody's bearish and while the price is dumping. Realizing, and I'm gonna cover a bigger thing in a minute, but realizing that when these people got big money, if you're talking about somebody who's buying 100 Bitcoin, you know what I'm talking about? That we're talking about $5 to $6 million. These people are not looking for, like I keep saying, the 20, 50 X's like y'all looking for. They cool with a 50% increase or whatever. And I'm gonna come back to this later. I'm just addressing this right now. So anyway, but while everybody is bearish, these people are picking up Bitcoin because they know what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna be half and half on this later. I'll tell you why later. I already talked about JP Morgan. I got that a lot of times on here. I'm sorry, I'm just talking about this stuff out of order. Sorry, it's not, y'all know what it is. This one was tripping me out. Um and I'm not gonna dwell on this one too long, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or whatever. And I'm not shilling my Patreon or whatever, but between YouTube and Twitter, I see some of y'all talking about lately. Like I've said it, and now you're starting to see like you go to some of these channels, and all they are talking about is XRP, Cardano, you know, maybe Polkadot, or like these older things or whatever. So I had this I saw this post being put out. They had like two decent ones, but they were talking about like the biggest gaming tokens and stuff to make like a 50x this cycle or whatever, something like that. It was like Sandbox, Decentraland. Let me say this up front, y'all. I don't keep up with Elron at all, which is now multiverse. Maybe they doing something over there, but it's just like all this older stuff, man. Um, but yeah, people's in the comments heavy, like heavy excited. I guess I didn't notice this stuff as well. It wasn't an opportunity to do this last cycle as much because there wasn't as many altcoins or whatever. But it's just crazy just kind of seeing like where we gonna make our money at, because these people gonna be hanging on to this stuff. Like I said, XRP and Cardano, when they realize that the price is moving slower than they think, and they're gonna see every other thing skyrocketing, then their money's gonna flow back into some of the stuff we're holding. But I'm not really trying to knock nobody. But it was like it was like a list of like 15 tokens, and they all like dinosaur tokens. But it's cool if y'all were saying these were gonna do 5, 10x, maybe even 15. But they dead serious, and these people in these comments they all ears, like they eating it up. This stuff is out of order. I'm gonna skip this one. It doesn't really matter. This is one of the ones I want to really let me just put it like this. I don't want to come on here knocking a FUD in anything, because I'm still, some of these developments are new. But I remember talking about this in the past, and I know I'm talking, it's not as clear as I want it to be, but it's not just one project. That's why. But I talked about this months ago, where I said there's a lot of projects that have built up. Well, they even tried to build something. Some of them tried to build something. Some of them just thought they was going to play the cycle like last cycle. Like people keep saying Cardano didn't have smart contracts or whatever. Look how much money they made. That's because it wasn't a lot of altcoins. Like it's just wild to me how people they just talk about one factor and they don't put other stuff with it. They don't like really do critical thinking to figure out why that is. It wasn't a lot of altcoins last cycle. It wasn't a lot of layer ones. Cardano, it was like Cardano, Polkadot, Solana. You know what I mean? And we're not even counting ETH, but as the Ethereum killers or whatever. So that's why it ran. But anyway. So what I was saying was there's a lot of projects that actually did try to build something. Some people thought they was going to run vaporware and still make money this cycle. A lot of people wasn't factoring in how much saturation it was going to be. But I'm saying all to say, I see a lot of projects bailing right now. And I don't be honest, some of them, I don't even think they I don't think some of these were trying to be vaporware. I don't think they were trying to scam. I think they just realized like, oh, like I'm gonna just use for example. It's one of the easiest to use. We got this gaming project, right? It's better than last cycle stuff or whatever, and they develop and whatever. But then they see the competition. The competition is coming hard this cycle, especially when you talk about like gaming, and there's way too many layer twos. But the competition is actually, everybody's not trying to scam the market with vaporware. So I see a lot of these projects like Bell, and like this one in particular that a lot of people talking about this morning. Maybe y'all catching now. I don't want to say yet because I'm still looking into it. But one of the founders has a decent amount of supply. And this chart, when I first saw people talking about the project, I was like, okay, this might be a bullish project or whatever. I don't think any of y'all holding. I haven't seen any of y'all talk about it. But the chart has been just. I mean, listen. Okay, there's a difference. A lot of charts have been going down because of where they launched. The market is not the most bullish right now. We had the March April run, and then stuff started dumping. But this project here, I mean, it's been a huge dump. Like it's down like 20x maybe. Am I lying? I gotta look at the chart. I'm not gonna pull it up, but I'm gonna look at the chart over here. But apparently they're saying like the founder just like left the project. They're not talking about any developments on the project. And this is not one of those projects like some of the, even some of the AI projects, the gaming projects where you're like, oh, we're gonna have developments and marketing later. This is one of those projects you kind of gotta keep developing and and well, no, it's more like a 10. It's more like down to 10x, but it was from high market cap. Like I always tell you, once it's in the hundreds of millions, you shouldn't really be if you after you in the hundreds of millions, you shouldn't be down below 40 million, 50 million or whatever. Um, but even the people I saw that was bullish on the project, like they're pissed off. They saying I think the founder they was looking at his wallet, he's selling the tokens this morning or whatever, and selling tokens from another project. Um, but I've been saying this, and listen, I got to be careful myself. Like all of us got to be careful. So it's not like I know everything the projects and the founders are doing. I never try to be acting like I got 100% of all the alpha that I need to have. But a lot of these projects are going to be liquidity grabs. And or I say liquidity grabs. Some people will refer to these as swing trading or whatever. That's what most people say. Projects that you use just using the swing trade. But some of these are just liquidity grabs. And then they just I don't know. Everybody feels like people leaving these projects. But what I'm saying is, you really got to do your research. I know this is like bland information because I do want to keep like looking into this project to see how stuff is developing. But it's not just been one project, and you got a lot of projects over the last 2 weeks. It's been like, oh, we've been hacked or whatever. And I want to say one name, but I don't want nobody to say I'm trying to flood it. I'll probably talk about it in the group. But yeah. Anyway, a lot of people bailing because they realize they can't keep up with the competition. That's really what I'm trying to say. But this is from people who these are people who are shilling this project. They even saying it like, man, I'm done with this trash. Like he's not developing it. We're not getting no more announcements. Um, yeah, it's just it's crazy out here. I might cross this off so I don't come back to it because I don't want to ramble on that. But yeah, a lot of projects trying to the whole we got hacked thing. Some of these projects you wouldn't even look at as hackable, but competition is thick. I've been trying to say it for months, and I'm trying to make sure we in the most bullish projects. So, and I'll say even to the group, this never has been the group for that, but I know y'all gonna be itching like, oh, so I heard about this project, blah blah. I'm really just trying to get into stuff that I think is gonna be the most bullish, and I feel like I got all faith in the development of it, and all that kind of stuff because I've been saying this boring information for the last 6 months, but the market is oversaturated. And I've been saying as far as money flowing into different projects, I've been saying it's not going to be enough money to go around. But when I feel like, I don't know what these people think, but I feel like they realizing like our project is better than last cycle projects, but it's not going to hold up. And so they just taking the money and they like, why would I stress myself out, continue to develop this project when I already see these projects are better than mine? I'm gonna dump my tokens out, and they probably going to buy the other projects or whatever. Because this market is all about making money. So yeah, I'm gonna keep watching these 3 or 4 projects that I've been seeing is looking like they from the bail. Um, but I'm gonna keep watching them. Matter of fact, I know y'all gonna ask about them later, so let me just go and put in my notes. Um, can't even see what I'm typing. All right. Anyway, let's see where we're going. I don't want to talk about it. They're talking about stock market rotating out of high caps to small caps, blah, blah. I just said it out loud. You can go look at it if you want to, but I'm here to talk about crypto. I know it does correlate, but that's just other stuff I want to talk about. Yeah, buddies. Wait, I got too much on this project. Let me get this off. I think I'm gonna talk about. Oh yeah, I was looking deep into this. I got a lot of threads on this. You know what? Let me go over here to my notes. So this is one thing I saw people saying this morning too. I know the market is bearish right now, and sometimes it may seem like I'm knocking charts or whatever. I'm not trying to say never use charts, but like somebody said this morning, like you got people trying to pull up every chart they can pull up, the 4 hour, the 1 day, the 6 week, the 7.5 week, the 47, 53 hour chart. Like trying to I don't need that. For one, I don't need the encouragement because I feel like I know where the market is going. But it's throwing people off because people just keep trying to tell people this is why the market's gonna run tomorrow or whatever. I don't really care about all that kind of stuff or whatever. And then you got people. I'm gonna be done with this topic in a minute, but yeah, people using charts to tell y'all the long and short stuff. I'm gonna say it once again. If you're new to the channel and if you heard it before, this ain't the time to be leverage trading. I'm just that's the statement. That's the end of that because I see like what I'm saying is people using all kinds of charts and metrics. And last time a lot of things they try to use is last time this happened, the market went 300x. I mean, 300%. Like, please stop leveraging trading. That's all I want to say. I'm not gonna harp on that one too long. Once again, I already talked about JP Morgan making me a little edgy about talking about August is going to be bullish. They will. I feel like they always tell you the opposite. Do I want to talk about this one? And I'm gonna think about this one. Let me talk about one of the main ones I want to talk about too. And we're gonna be out of here. We're not gonna be here long today. I'm just trying to give you some mindset stuff to think about. So what I said before, and I could be wrong about this. I'm gonna try to be quick about this. So what I said before was people said mainly people was asking this back in February, March, and January. Hey Zo, yeah, I was asking everybody, hey Zo, what do you think Bitcoin is gonna go from here? And my target has always been like 115, maybe 120. Then I said, hey y'all, we got institutional money here. We got the ETFs, BlackRock, blah 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 blah. This is some strong statements I'm gonna make, but we got all this stuff here. And so, yeah, Kathy Wood and all these people saying their target is 200K. 200K. I saw 250. You seen 500,000. Some people saying 400,000 this cycle. I'm gonna tell you what I thought about this morning though. These people who like the Black Rocks, the big dogs, whatever you want to call them, top 1%, the big traders, the whales, that's used to oh man. Hold on. I got this meeting coming up. Babe, I know you're watching the stream. I don't want to yell through the house. Hold on. I'm about to send you something for my next meeting coming up. And they're calling me. I'm going to send you the number so you can call them. I'm on stream and see what they need. I'm sorry. I'm talking to her like I'm talking on the phone, but I just. My bad. So, they used to trade. They used to trade in markets. Let me get through it. So they used to trade in on small percentages. So what my big thought is, I feel like it's still gonna be like that 115. Maybe at the highest, maybe we get the 150ish, 160. Maybe some people saying 180. But I'm still thinking that 115 to 120 area. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be honest. I think they just been. I think they're making their money off trading. And this is no really big statement. It's not really big alpha, but I'm just giving you something to think about. I think they're making their money off trading. We talk about whales pumping and dumping the market and all that kind of stuff or whatever. I don't think they plan on pumping this thing this cycle like people thinking. I think they grab an 8% here, go back up, grab another 8%, go back up, grab another 8%. Maybe they make 60% this way, and then they go ahead and run it up to, let's say 120 and 2x it. But what you thinking is what you're gonna thinking they only got a 2x, but no, it's really gonna be a 3x for them or something like that. That's what I'm just thinking. Is this something I'm thinking? And mind you, I'm saying this on this channel. Y'all should know by now. We really think about time basis. When we think about where the market go, we're thinking in time. We're thinking in months and weeks, or where the top of the cycle is, where we thinking it's going to be a spring or August. If you're watching this channel, if you never joined the Patreon, don't be the dummy that's waiting on the price on Bitcoin. We not playing that game. And it's just a thought I've been having, that they not gonna run this. I don't think they're gonna run it up like that. Maybe they do. I don't know, but this is my new thought. This is what I'm thinking right now. That I never been looking for a price target, but a lot of people are, and I don't know. It's just been my new thought that I'm thinking that's what they're doing. Arbitrage, whatever you want to call it. And I saw somebody else talking about it around it too. So I'm like, okay, I'm not too crazy here. What else we got here? Mm, I'm gonna say it, man. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I tell you all the time, I don't try to FUD this project. I just try to give people realistic expectations. What I didn't like was, and I was watching the comments too, a lot of people didn't like it. Um, I got respect for, I know some of y'all completely hate him. I do have some respect for Rand. Rand can put out some good outfits sometimes. That show this morning, I said before, like, I feel like as far as the founder and the tech that what Casper's trying to do is cool, but having dude come on the stream who a lot of people know is a scammer, and he's putting two projects together in a basket, Casper and Brett, that did not sit well with me at all. Even if I was trying to help that community and be like, hey man, I tell you all the time, I'm not trying to flood the project. But to have a person that's known to scam people to say that if he was to only make a portfolio, it's starting to feel like paid shills, and they like to gloat over there saying like, oh, Casper never pays anybody shills or whatever. That was not a good look. I saw people in the community that like Casper. Even if you got time to go watch the stream and look at the comments, even people who were in the Casper community was like, "What? Wait, what's going on here?" Like that was not a good look. I didn't like that. And I'm gonna tell you what I did. It ran and it took off, and I don't even care that I never touched it because Brett was definitely an insider token. They definitely allocated that. That's why they pushing it so hard. And people saying, "Oh, it's on base, is going to get on Coinbase," but it's an insider token. They hold a lot of the like I said, when friends meet launch a meme token, they launch a meme token, hand tokens out to free for their friends, and they run it up and they all make millions. And at what point they was gonna stop the run, just like they do all stuff. All right, we done at 400 million market cap, we done. Let it go to zero. We already made our money, but somehow Brett caught on and kept going or whatever. But we know that about Brett. People know what they think about Crash, what they know about Crash, and to see, I, I, I like the fact that it's not just me, because people for whatever reason think I flood Casper, and I keep saying I don't. I like it's cool what they trying to build or whatever, blah 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 blah. I just try to give people realistic price targets on it or whatever. But even seeing the people in the Casper community is just like, bro, what? Why is he putting our token with this? That was not a good look. It's not looking good. Now I've said in times past before that far as the founder, I'm gonna say it again, far as the founder and the tech that they're trying to build and all that kind of stuff, proof of work, goes that, cool, cool, cool. I only talk about realistic price points for the token. So I do not try to flood Casper. But even for people in the Casper community, they was like, we don't like this. What's going on here? This doesn't look good, because I've been saying in the past that a lot of people I see pushing it are known to be like the and I'm not talking about who y'all think I'm talking about, but before him, uh, were a lot of the British or English scammers or whatever you want to call it. That was not a good look for Casper today, and at least the community agrees. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know why he had that show. that was just really weird to me. Um, and I'm just putting thoughts out there. Like I said, I don't want to waste your time on stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on in the market. Between that, before, like I said, it seemed like people are bailing out on their own projects and stuff. Um, man, man, I can't even. I'm gonna talk about it in the group. I want to talk about on stream because I'm still getting my thoughts together. I don't want to put stuff in my stream that's gonna be here forever. I want to give some of these projects a chance or whatever, and I want to dig deep into this stuff. But two things, and this is the last thing I'll say. I'm gonna get to the comments. I really want to say some other stuff. I'm sorry I couldn't get everything out clear as I want to because there's a lot running through my head. But two things, same thing, but manage your emotions as far as when you see altcoins bleeding, realize that we still got time in the cycle, still time to make money. Uh, but also at the same token, monitor how hype you getting about projects. Um, oh, the guy, the guy I'm meeting with is here, but he's a little early, so I'll be good. I got 10 minutes. Um, monitor your excitement too. And especially when the market starts going again, I know y'all going to tell me, look, I'm looking at this project, I'm looking at that project. This, once again, this is for me included. We got to start looking deeper at these projects. They got to be talking the talk. I've told y'all, I'm gonna say this stuff clear. I've told y'all that hey, a lot of projects are not going to start marketing right now. Don't expect them to have exchange listings and be talking about different developments or whatever right now because the market is not bullish right now. They want to put out bullish news when the market is bullish, so it pumps the token. They don't want to waste bullish news while the market is bearish. But at the same time, um, no matter how much I know about this market, how much I feel like I've been in this market, this junk is not about to be easy as people think it's going to be. It's going to be crazy. And I do believe in diversifying. Y'all already heard what I said. I try not to have 5% of more than 5% of one token because anything can happen to a project. But I'm going to be judging these projects hard, man. On it's a lot of stuff going on because stuff you thought was going to be bullish. Um, it's looking sketchy. Once again, I know y'all gonna ask in the group, so I'm gonna immediately come to the group after I finish the stream, and then I'm gonna go into my meeting and we can maybe talk about some stuff. And if I don't, I do have a meeting, so I'll talk about it probably after the meeting. But a lot of projects that people thought was gonna be the most bullish project, and to be honest, even though we didn't get into these projects, and I'm glad. Even I was considering like two of these projects, like, oh, these gonna be dope. Like, okay, I'm just waiting for the right price entry or whatever. Um, yeah, man, it's crazy. Sorry, I know I don't come with the most hype on my streams, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's all I can say, man. I'm not gonna try to overhype y'all and feed y'all hopium. And I know that's how people get people to listen and viewers and stuff like that because it's all feel good stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's not about to be a cakewalk at all. This is not about to be a cakewalk. Um, Anyway, I'm sorry. I really want to get this information out clear, but I can't say some of the stuff I can't say on stream. And I saw somebody say like, "Oh man, I wish you just be more clear about it." Sorry, sometimes I can't. It is what it is. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. I mean, it is what it is. So let me get some of these. Caesar said, "Hey Zoe, is that you and your lady in the thumbnail?" Nah, that's not us. Um, what are your thoughts on the Bitcoin power law? Um, Seems quite intriguing. You mean are we talking the same one? I don't know. I don't know. Be honest, I don't know who. If Giovanni, I guess I don't know. He's the one that made it up. I mean, you talking about the general, like the more people who use Bitcoin, the higher the price goes. Is that what you're talking about? It was an hour ago when you asked this, and you must have asked before the stream even started because I only been on it 29 minutes. But if you're talking about that power law, I mean, if you talking about that one, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's the same with anything. That's the internet, mobile phones. The more you use it, the more adoption you get. The more people use Bitcoin, the more the price goes up. That's the power law that I know that I think you're talking about. Um, I don't know if you're still here, but let me know if you're talking about something different. But I mean, yeah, more people use the network, the higher the price goes up, the more secure the network is, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe we talking about two different ones. I don't know. KDK said, "Good morning, DJs. Good morning to you too." Dave said, "Zoe." He just yelled my name. Oh. Blackmore fam saying, "Thank God it's Friday everywhere." Sometimes they don't even feel like it. Blackmore fan said, "Wish you a speedy recovery." Oh, I always heal fast. I'm a pretty healthy person. I'm pretty sure I heal pretty fast. Um, Let me send one message real quick. Um, Drew said, "Thank you so much for your videos about Casper and the influencers." Yeah, and once again, like, well, I think you might be talking about something from earlier. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, it's, and I'm not even talking about the people on YouTube. It's so funny. I got to remember when I talk about influencers, most people's minds gonna go straight to YouTube, but I don't think y'all realize like most of the influencers and the power in crypto is on Twitter. So I really was talking about the Twitter people. I mean, it's a couple on YouTube too, but I was mainly talking about the people on Twitter, who is probably where the people on YouTube get their stuff or whatever. But yeah, I mean, what they see, it's some other FUD on them too, but yeah, whatever. I just try to get people realistic price targets or whatever. You say you found me through that. Oh, okay. Can I get my opinion on Turbo? Turbo, I got in like 9 million market cap. I see a lot of people just now stealing it at like 400, 300 million or whatever. So, I mean, you know, I was telling people they should take some profits at. I think I told people to take 20% profits at. Well, it depends on where you got in. If you got in at 9 million, like when I saw it, then you should have been taking about 20-30% profits when it ran up to 600 million. But I know, as I keep saying on my channel, some people get greedy and they try to ride the entire bag. If they think something's gonna go to 5-10 billion, they're gonna try to ride the whole bag from 9 million to 10 billion. But you can't always do that. Some people say I'm late on mine because sometimes I don't take out initials until a 7 or 8x on mine. So some people say that's not good, but I mean, at that point, it was up over like 60x on Turbo. And if you're not taking no profits after 60x, like you just kind of being greedy. So anyway, I mean, I feel like it's still gonna go. I still feel like it's got some more room to go, but I'm not trying to ride the whole bag to the top of the top. I'll let everybody say that. Crypto says Zoe got that Elon Neuralink. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. No, man, I'm scary about stuff like that. I'm scared about any type of surgery. That was a good joke though. That was a good joke. And I write jokes, so I that's coming from somebody who know what they're doing. That was a good joke. But no, I don't have the Elon Neuralink. I'm not gonna be the lab rat for that. Um, why don't you like Jamie Dimon saying August will be bullish? Because they never going to tell you what the truth is. They always going to tell you the opposite. They always want to lead you astray. Jamie Dimon been telling people not to buy Bitcoin. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I hate it. Like I'm very transparent. I'm never gonna lie to y'all on the channel. I'm still hoping I'm right about the end of July, but I will say I gotta go look back at the charts. I said like, and when I said small run at the beginning of July, whatever. But as I said, like it's gonna be a lot of stuff happening in the next 7-8 weeks that's gonna push the market up or down, or that they're gonna use to push the market up and down. But anyway, Jamie Dimon's been lying to people forever. So, and Jamie Dimon is big money. He's an insider. So him saying that is making me like, all right, cool. Let me not look for no hopium or whatever. But I still, I'm gonna say this. I said this before. I still think we can get a run near the end of July going into August. But I feel like by the second week of August, maybe after the first week of August, it might get ugly. We could be wrong, but I don't trust Jamie. I don't trust him like that. I it just that's very bearish to me. I don't like that. Oh, who is this? Oh, yeah, listen, y'all. Yeah, I mean, you can do it, but y'all don't have to do the super chat stuff, man. That's not what we here. To be honest, I'm gonna say it like this: you can do it if you want to, but let's do this later after you make some money. Because for me, $20 can make you some money. Um, in this market, you could. I mean, that's my lady probably gonna slap me for this, but I'm just being honest. Like $20, that could be roughly $400 later. So I mean, if you want to, you can do it, but we don't have to do that. He said, "Thank you for your insight yesterday. Appreciate you." Mopar said, "Check out the tequila." Who somebody else asked me about that yesterday. I try not to be in those launches or whatever, and I think the guy that joined the group yesterday, he tried to send me to Twitter. I apologize. I didn't get a chance to look at that Twitter page yet to see who was all over there. As black people like, do we like see who's all over there first before we come over? But I'll look at it later, probably after my meeting. And I mean, if it's lunch or whatever, it's probably gonna go up and it's probably gonna dump some. So we got time. Uh, I said Tao definitely wasn't a hack. Okay, you call one. Tao was one of them. Tao was one of them. But we got four other new ones as far as these projects, the claiming hacks or whatever. But I think they just taking profits. Well, I don't think the Tencent's got too much competition. I still think it's gonna run, but I do feel like they use that to take some profit. But there's four new ones that two of them I feel like they just giving up. I feel like they're giving up because they feel like it's too much competition, or it's just a liquidity grab just in the first place, just to begin with. So um, we gonna see how these play out. Oh, I'm gonna get to my meeting in a minute. Sorry, y'all. I tried to start earlier so I can get out. Um, potential pull that mess with me was yeah. A lot of these projects gonna pull the hack stuff, man. Quarter crawler said good morning, good morning to you. As he said good morning, Azzy. They said I agree. In fact, I don't think we even see 100 really. Okay, I think we will see 100. My target is like 115 to 120, maybe 140 ish. I feel like 150 is too round of a number two, and 130. But like I said, we could be completely wrong. Maybe the thing goes sky high to Valhalla. Maybe it does, or whatever. But I just I'm not looking for one. I'm not looking for a price target. I'm not looking for a price target. I'm just looking at timing. Zoe Multiverse X is an old project, but is no Cardano. They've been building crazy stuff like Sovereign. Wait, let me slow down. Zoe Multiverse X is an old project, but is no Cardano. They've been building like crazy stuff. Sovereign Chain. Yeah, I've been seeing it. Yeah, I try not to knock Elron too much or Multiverse X. I don't like the new name though. I will say that. Institutional NFTs, e-money license, unhackable wallet with on-chain. Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it, but I think no, it wasn't. Okay, when I was making that statement earlier too, it wasn't knocking. Let me see where they at right now. I wasn't knocking the chain itself, but it was the amount of X's that people saying it was going to do. I didn't like that because I felt like it was leading people astray. Because where they at now? Where they at now? Where they at now? Oh, they right under a billion. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say it can't do 40, 50x or whatever, but I'll see. Maybe I'll check it out. I'll go see what they got going on over there and what they've been developing. Um, Ju said I was in Crypto Galaxy's group. He does a lot of manipulation, buys coins, then tells his group, then tells on the YouTube live stream, tells us to hold. Maybe he himself sells on us. Like I said, listen, I don't know too much about the dude. I will say I said this time and time again. I saw him a couple of times. I thought he had a quirky sense of humor. Thought he was kind of funny, but apparently he doesn't like me. I don't really care. But I don't know. I don't know. I've been hearing that from other people too. That's how he runs his stuff over there. I can't say for sure, but you know, I don't know. I can't say too much on that. But I don't know why he has bad stuff to say about me. Once again, I really don't care. But I feel like I got better information than all of them. But somehow with their hopium, hypium, or whatever you want to call it, they get all these people to believe in them. But man, CG and them guys don't have the alpha that they be claiming to have. But I guess if you say it in a boisterous enough manner, then people believe it. You know, you just got to be convincing. Like I said, a lot of people say I'm too chill on my streams. Maybe I'm supposed to lie and I'm supposed to be like all I don't know what the crap I'm supposed to be to convince people, but I really don't care because I'm just here to make money. Like I said, my Patreon is not to make money off people. My Patreon is like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I'm on this journey. I've been studying it. I know kind of how stuff works. You can just come over and do what I'm doing or whatever. But I'm not using my Patreon to make money. I know a lot of these guys make a lot of money off Patreon, but I don't need that. But I don't know. But you know, maybe you could tell that somebody else. Have you heard of Quill? Ooh, I'm really kind. Let me say this too. I always try to be punctual in my meetings. I hate because actually the stream is going pretty decent, and y'all actually Mopar. I know people's stuff is different, but you don't have to keep dropping super chats, my guy. I mean, if maybe later in the bull run when like I said, once you made some money and the stream is so busy, I'm gonna see all my comments. All right, you don't even have to do that. But you said that was me who sent the Twitter. It was that was you. Yeah, man, say it, bro. Save your money. Put that in some crypto. Um, that was me who sent the Twitter. It went 600% and dumped 57. Yeah, that's what I say. It's gonna launch and probably dump. I haven't looked deep enough to the project um, to see like to see who's like pumping it, who's pushing or whatever. Even with the dump, I'm up 280%. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I gotta see where it's at. Mopar said CG is a fraud. You know, I can't make too many. I don't know to do it like that. But what I do know is he don't have as much alpha as I do. So that's all I can really say about that. But anyway, guys, listen, I gotta respect the person I have a meeting with. I tried to come on a little bit earlier so we can get out in time. But if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Keep your mind together and stuff. We're not at the end of the cycle. You still got time to accumulate. All that good stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, yeah, I know people say, "Oh, you just come on your stream to ramble." Yeah, I do. I do. It's just like I say, it's like picking up the telephone to talk to you guys. I didn't get some of the stuff out as clear as I wanted to, and one of the reasons is I can't say the project's names or whatever, and maybe I could talk about it later in the group or whatever. But uh, make sure you're in the right projects. That's all I can say. That's for me. Sometimes you gotta change your mind on stuff and whatever. Sometimes I put money in the projects and I'll keep it in there or whatever. But I mean, lose a little bit of bullishness on them. But the ones I'm bullish on, we're gonna keep DCAing into those. We're gonna make some money, y'all. That's all I can really say. But appreciate y'all hanging out on the stream. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and patreon.com/cryptozo. And I'm gonna catch y'all next time.